All right, we're good. There?
We're good. All right. Turn on the mics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mic's on.
Yeah,
All
mic's
right.
on.
First thing is, can everybody hear us okay? I've got, of course it says no sound, but can you hear us now?
Yeah, we had no sound at the beginning on purpose.
There you go. Okay. All right. You guys can hear us.
Yeah, it says starting soon. It means that there's no mic.
Anyways, so, how do I start my precast off?
Welcome back to
the PTOUnlimited precast.
Well, it's a pre-show.
Pre-show. Yeah, we're not ready for this at all.
Well, I knew what I was doing.
Welcome back to the PTOUnlimited podcast precast meeting, pre-show meeting, whatever. Josh, Brett, me, I'm Alex. If this is your first time with us, basically what we're going to do,
It's your first rodeo.
What we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about in 15 minutes. Just a little bit before we actually talk about it.
Okay.
Give us some topics to talk about is the main thing. Then you guys get to kind of just hang out and see what we're going to do and how we set up and whatnot before we actually go live at 6:30. So what we did is we took our precast meeting, which used to be on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and took it straight to YouTube. So it's off of all that social media. You have one place to go to. It makes it nice and easy. So you can just sit right there and watch us get set up. And then when we push the go button, you're already there.
Yep.
So there you go. If you got stuff to talk about, or if you got stuff that you want us to talk about, throw it down in the comments. I do have you guys up on my phone. Shut up, Fred!
Great.
I just realized what I said.
I do, guys.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just gonna retire. All right. They're gonna take over.
She's just gonna sit down on the floor is what she's gonna do. I want to talk about DEF CON.
Who?
DEF CON. It is a convention that's going
Deaf.
Oh, like DEF.
Deaf.
DEF.
Like DEFCON means
like DEF.
Like hey, deaf.
Shouldn't do that.
I'm half deaf. I always say, huh? I say it to Alex 8 times a day. I'm deaf. I'm so deaf. Okay, DEF CON. I want to talk about that.
Are you talking about like the things that we go to when we're at war?
No, it's a convention.
That's security, like DEFCON.
Yeah.
DEFCON Orange.
It's a convention that happened in Vegas
for
where
deaf
hackers
people.
get
or
together.
No, it's not a color. It's DEFCON 3. Remember on Independence Day?
That's
like,
what I'm trying to say.
General, notify NORAD. We've gone to DEFCON 3.
Are people with me on this?
That's not what the president said.
No, it's not.
From Independence Day.
That's Independence Day, yes. Whatever happened to that actor?
He retired.
Really?
Is it DEFCON? DEFCON? What is
DEFCON.
Def? D-E-F?
No, not what you're talking about. What Brett and I are talking
Same.
about.
DEFCON. DEFCON. DEFCON.
So the war stuff.
It's the same thing as that.
Yeah, you're right. It is DEFCON. I just thought, I'm like, wait a minute.
What is the war stuff?
DEFCON.
DEFCON?
Gosh.
Yes.
And then yours is what? The
Same.
This is about a convention.
All right, we're going to talk about that.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Who wants to now?
I do. I have. It's funny. It's funny and weird. I want to talk about TV Santa Claus.
What?
What does that sound?
That was my hand on the board.
Like
I want to talk about TV Santa Claus. Just put down TV
I don't
Santa
even know
Claus.
what that means.
It's gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
This Saturday is our fantasy football draft.
Oh yes,
at
it is.
4 in the afternoon.
That's a good time.
That's earlier than usual.
Really good time.
Okay. Hopefully I'm not working.
You're not.
You better
I
not
know.
be freaking working.
wait, what
you
day?
didn't come last year.
Saturday.
You didn't come last year.
Yeah, because I was working.
No, you weren't
I was
working.
at a bachelorette party.
You're at a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Okay. Since we're gonna be talking about that, you want to talk about the NFL a little bit? I got some stuff on the NFL that I've been holding
thank you
off
for
on.
clearing
Sure.
that up.
What's up?
It is DEFCON. DEFCON.
That's what
Defense
we said.
Condition.
Gosh darn it.
That's what it's called.
Yes.
Cool. I didn't know
I
that.
had no idea. I thought it was DEFCON. Like we're all gonna
No.
die.
No, Alex. DEF CON.
I asked him that first thing. Deaf? He said no. Deaf, because he is deaf.
I am half deaf. More than that now, I guess.
You're
think
not
she
half
knows.
deaf.
I'm more than that.
Okay. All right. I had no idea that's what DEFCON meant.
Defense
condition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. Thank you for clearing that
We
up
got
for
the movie
us.
club.
Movie club. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the movie club. This past week's movie club movie was Office Space.
Yes, it was.
Did you watch it?
I did.
What is he,
And
an asshole?
honestly, I almost forgot. And if you hadn't said you were getting ready to watch, I would have forgot.
Why
So
didn't
you watched it
watch
last
with
night?
us?
What?
Why didn't you want to watch
Because
it
you were
with us?
watching it at 9 p.m. on a Sunday night, and I got to go to
Oh.
work at 5 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Oh, I'm gonna
Sorry.
say I was like, and then we went to bed.
Fortunately, it's a short movie.
It is.
relatively.
It's nice. It's nice,
So
short and sweet.
when you
to the
said
point.
that, I'm like, damn, I gotta watch that now.
So did we. Well, we'd seen it before, but it'd been a while.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna be talking about our movie club. Josh has got the pick for this week for movie club.
Yep.
If you guys ever have any suggestions as far as movies,
I'm gonna go grab our stuff.
We may not use them, but you can sure suggest them.
Well,
Wow.
Brett's got a 2 today. Anyways, if you guys ever have any movie suggestions for us for the movie club, we're open to suggestions. It's got to be something that at least one of us hasn't seen before, so we can talk about it. Like our reaction to it. And in this case, Josh and I had watched Office Space, and Brett had not. Believe it or not.
Oh, it's that ultimate Whopper crap.
We're gonna try the Impossible Whopper versus the original Whopper.
Impossible.
And
Did you take all the crap off of mine?
what's the crap?
Everything but the burger and the cheese?
There's no cheese on a Whopper.
All right, everything but the burger?
No, there's everything on this
Ooh,
but
both
mayo.
of-
You can pick
okay.
off the ingredients.
Okay.
But we're gonna try
I'll
the
add
regular
both of
Whopper
those.
and the Impossible Whopper together.
The
all of
Last
us.
Unicorn and Girl
Which one's is
Interrupted.
which?
I'll add both of those to
You'll
our
have to
guest
decide.
list.
I know which one's which.
I have to do surgery here real quick.
Now,
Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. Well, guess what? We've watched all the Indiana Jones, all
Yeah.
3 of us. So
Who
sorry
suggested that?
my dad.
are you new?
Are you new? You must be new to the podcast.
So we're going to be trying out the Impossible Whopper on the pre-show. So this is what the pre-show is. We're basically going to be doing unconventional things to a podcast. So
I like that you added a little little packet of ketchup on the side.
I did for extra flavor. If
Extra
anybody wants to
flavor.
have extra flavor,
All
there
right,
are some
I have
people.
to try to look at the comments.
We need to
while
get napkins in here actually.
Yeah, we do.
So I'll be right back.
I'm just gonna be right back. So it's the Impossible Whopper and the what?
The regular.
And the regular Whopper.
Yep.
And what's supposed to be the difference?
One's not meat.
One's vegan,
It's not beef,
and we have to try to figure out which one's which.
I reckon.
There's a toothpick in both of them.
I saw that. Why?
One of them is marked.
Oh, crap. I removed the toothpick.
It's impossibly good. It's vegan. Okay.
I removed one of the toothpicks.
Okay. The other
All
one.
right.
You've not removed.
Oh, I put
Hold on. I'm gonna prep my burger.
Okay, good.
But they look the same. The toothpicks.
No, they're not. One of them has an orange tip.
Oh, I see the orange tip.
So we're gonna try out the Impossible Whopper, and we're gonna make a mess of
It's
everything.
good because I'm hungry.
Yeah, Alex hasn't eaten either. Like both of you have not really had anything.
You can't
I
have
guess, right?
lunch at 6 p.m.
I'm not picking anything off because I'm a champion. So
Well, I hate pickles.
I like everything on a burger. I'll stomach everything on a burger. If you put the reason why I didn't take any major toppings off is because I wanted it to be at least a little authentic. But Alex is just going with beef and bun.
Me too.
Not even lettuce. What is wrong with you guys?
All right. You know which one's which?
I did the
do.
orange tip first.
Be careful. There is a toothpick in them.
There is.
Both of them.
We gotta pay attention to what
You're gonna
toothpick
you're
is.
gonna bite right into.
I pulled the toothpick out of both. This one had the orange one.
Okay,
Orange tip. Eat the orange tip.
orange on the right. So I'm trying it with you guys.
All right. So we're eating the orange tip first.
Yes.
Okay, orange tip. And we're supposed to be able to tell you which one's which.
Yeah, now right in the microphone,
Oh,
Alex.
sorry.
Oh shoot, I am.
It's really good. It's a burger. I like it actually.
Aren't you missing half a burger then?
What are you talking about? What?
No, that's
I have all the toppings on mine.
no. I mean,
Okay.
did you buy 2 and cut them?
Orange tip tastes like a burger. It's
Yeah.
like
Are you
taking the
lost?
Pepsi challenge.
Yes.
Okay, so I bought a regular Whopper and an Impossible Whopper, and I cut them into fourths.
Okay, so now we're gonna take the one that didn't have the
I can't
orange
do
tip.
math right now.
Okay, so
What?
I did an Impossible Whopper and a regular Whopper and divided them into fourths. There's still a quarter sitting down of each.
That's the part I didn't. I was like, isn't there
Joshua.
more of something?
Joshua.
Isn't there more what?
There was burger unaccounted for. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah. There's still some
Yes,
downstairs.
There's still some downstairs. So
Yeah.
now we're doing the other one?
Now we're doing the other one. So I mean, we're trying both the regular and the Impossible at the same time. So
And Josh is the only one that knows which one's which. Brett and I don't. I think I know which one's which.
I think I do too.
do you really? You know what? I can too. I've never had a Whopper before,
Never?
but I have eaten at Burger King plenty of times. I've had their burgers.
How have you never had a
I'm
Whopper?
gonna try the other one again real quick.
Because I was never really a fan of what was in Whoppers until my adult life. And
What-
at that point, I was still just getting double cheeseburgers or regular cheeseburgers.
What's in a
there.
Whopper?
Tomato and onion, and
You mean on a Whopper?
that's what I mean. On a Whopper. Did I say in?
You did.
Okay. So, try both. I have to say, you can tell the difference between the two. You know one of them's
It's
real.
slight.
Yeah. I could even see the difference when you look at both. You guys just devoured both of them. You didn't even care.
It's actually really good stuff.
Okay, I want to say,
Uh-huh.
I think the orange is impossible.
What's
And-
the impossible? That's the
That's the vegan one is what he's saying.
The
Is the Impossible Whopper.
The other one, the non-orange, tasted more beefy to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna agree. I think that the orange, the first one we ate was the impossible.
You guys are right. The orange is the Impossible Whopper.
Yeah.
Now, I could tell the orange just it did not have the grease level
Yeah.
to it. It didn't have the fattiness that you could tell in a regular Whopper. You could
It
tell the
was good
difference.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
it wasn't terrible.
If you put one in front of me and told me it was a regular Whopper, I wouldn't have known.
No. Mm-mm.
Yep.
I mean, it's like a very very slight difference,
Mhm.
but there's a difference when you bite into the one that's the actual beef. Like you said, like you can taste like the grease and
Mhm.
stuff from the fat,
Mhm.
and you
Just-
can't with the other one. Like
just
the other
a-
one tastes healthier.
The regular Whopper has just a little bit more flavor, but not enough to really.
The other
make a
one's
It's
big
got that
more
like
soy.
off the grill flavor.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A little
Yeah.
more charbroil
yeah.
to it.
Mhm. What?
The X.
Oh, gotta stand on my X. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. That was a thing that we wanted
We did
to
a
do.
taste
That was
test on the
was
pre-show.
funny. This is this is riveting podcasting.
This isn't a podcast. This is a pre-show.
This is the pre-show, by the way. Bruh, it's tasty AF.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't
It has
bad.
a tiny like beanie aftertaste.
That's what it is.
I didn't catch
Beanie.
it, but I ate it fast also.
You were starving.
I was hungry.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna finish mine. Anyways, anything else before we get set up for the actual podcast?
We didn't even talk about any
hey,
actual
let's talk about topics real
really.
quick. What are we talking about?
I had kind of a wild Saturday night that I will talk about.
Okay.
Wild Saturday night.
Wild Saturday nights are awesome. Alex had a pretty wild weekend on Twitch. She has to talk about her Twitch.
Oh, my lemon thing. Oh, I
Mhm.
forgot that was this weekend. Yeah, I had a pretty wild. Was that Saturday?
That was Saturday.
Yeah, I had a pretty wild Saturday.
Yeah, it was really fun. Really fun weekend. I mean, we can also. What else can we talk about here? I've got a list of stuff that I've been keeping on the back burner. You know, we're gonna be talking about the NFL as well because we gotta get our picks ready, and we watched a little bit of a preseason game.
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
dabbled in it just very briefly, but
Yeah.
the Vikings were on last
They
night.
were. Yeah, we were watching that.
I almost told you, but I'm like, it's preseason.
We still watched some of it. Yeah.
Why are we talking about Pocahontas on in the comments here?
It's something about Pocahontas.
Did I say something about Pocahontas, or are we just starting a thing?
Trying to start a thing.
Okay. What else? What else we got?
Let's see here. Let me look down on my list here. I had some stuff.
Oh, I put it on the board. I didn't say it. There was a little bit of news with Sony video game, and they acquired a pretty significant developer. So
Yeah.
talk about that quickly.
Cool. alright.
They've actually cast and release dated the Halo series.
Oh, the TV series.
Mhm.
Cool. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
Might got
If
some of
that
that
ever actually, well, one Halo
just wanted to
TV
ask you
series
a
came out
question.
and it was garbage.
It wasn't that bad.
That's what I heard from Halo fans.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. I lost it. I had it on my list here. We got to talk about this crazy weather. I got some weather topics to talk about.
Weather topics. We are not meteorologists.
We are not. No, it's kind of crazy out there as well. We had a pretty crazy storm whip through last night.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy when Brett texts
It wasn't
you.
that crazy.
I know, but when you see it coming,
I told
it looks
you
uglier than it really
I
was.
told you to look at the radar.
I think it's time we started our show, guys.
Let's
Yes.
get out of here.
Okay,
Yep.
guys, we lit the candle. We're gonna go ahead, and you guys are gonna stick around, and the camera's gonna.
We're going
keep
nowhere,
rolling.
really.
We're going nowhere. We're just getting our stuff set up, and then we're gonna click
Are they
it
gonna
and go
see
live.
us all blurred like
No, we'll be
before?
live. We'll be live in 3 minutes. We'll just have our countdown running.
Yeah. Mhm.
cool.
That's
So
what
you
we're
guys
running.
will get to see. Hey, everybody that's in the chat right now up on YouTube. This is a first timer right here.
Yeah.
This is the first timer. You guys are gonna get to witness all of our new setup.
Yep.
So and what do we do to actually set up? So we're gonna do that for you guys. So we're gonna exit the precast or pre-meeting,
Pre-show.
pre-show, whatever we're gonna call it now. And make sure that you join us at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Monday for the same exact thing.
Not the exact same thing,
well,
but
You know what I'm talking about. All
Yep.
right. See you in like 3 minutes. We're just gonna go silent for a minute.
Bye, guys. There were little rods that people do that. It's like a tuning fork, and you ding it, and it gives you a vibrating sensation.
You've changed, Josh. You've changed.
Not me.
It's time for either or.
You take it and then you just go like this.
Ding. Yeah.
Fail to find the humor.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this
Go
scenario.
ahead.
Let's do it right
Have
now.
a
portable system. Battery consumption is definitely
It's not
something
a
you have to
portable
address.
system.
It
It's
is a portable
it's
system.
It's a console hybrid, okay?
It's portable.
A portable system is a PSP. You're meant to take it with you when you need to take a shit. That's about it.
No, that's not about it. People
Where else you gonna
travel
go with it?
on the airplane.
Oh, and how long's a fucking airplane ride? Do they got an outlet
well,
on
I
an
don't know.
airplane?
You're going to Indiana to LA. How long is it, Josh and Alex?
6
4
hours.
hours.
4 to 6 hours.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Look at that Switch battery lasting almost 6 hours.
Oh,
What
if
do you
it's
know?
charged when you go.
Well, who's going to leave with it half dead?
Well, I don't know. Somebody who
Irresponsible
forgets to
people.
charge it.
Well, then don't fucking forget. I don't like the big, thick ones like that
The
because they...
reason for this is so I can carry everything with it. Right there, it holds my Joy-Con covers, and it holds my games inside of these slots here.
Where's your charger go?
You don't need a charger; it's portable.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine.
Ridiculous.
You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. Welcome back to PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh,
Alex.
This is episode 173.
and Alex needs to get barista lessons.
Uh-oh.
She needs
Oh,
to
you're
learn
gonna
how to
start
make
off-
coffee.
You're gonna start off with that.
She is the worst at making coffee. Just want to let you know.
Don't you drink coffee?
I
she
do.
does.
How do
but
you
she-
not know how to make it? I
she-
don't know how to make it, but I don't drink coffee.
It's a real simple step. Filter, beans, water, go. Now, that's real easy. And I'm not saying Alex is messing that up. I'm saying she's messing up how she's making it. The way she's made it, I was Twitch streaming on Sunday, and I asked for her to make me a cup of coffee at 11 when she got up. Normal time for her on a Sunday. Don't eat that burger in my face. Get out of me.
She's turning away from the mic.
At least she's doing that, yes. So don't look at me like that.
Show him the chewed up food.
No. So she needs to learn how to make coffee because she was making it in our Keurig as opposed to making a pot of coffee. Now, the Keurig it's the same system. It's under the same system. It's one Keurig or a pot of coffee. I prefer the pot of coffee because you can make more of it. She messed up the first round by putting in way too much creamer. Like, she made it look like candy. Then I asked for her to make a second cup. To her defense, she didn't realize how I do or do not like my coffee. I don't like a lot of creamer in my coffee. I'm not huge on that anymore. I used to be about 10 years ago. Now, starting on Sunday, she was making a second cup.
Lies.
No, this is all truth.
Lies.
Making a second cup, and it tasted really bitter. And I asked her, okay, so why does this taste so bitter? She made it in the Keurig as opposed to making a pot of coffee, and I asked her why she made it in the Keurig as opposed to making a pot of coffee. And her response was, I didn't want to waste any coffee. At this point, you've made the second cup. That's about enough to make a pot of coffee in that Keurig. The same amount of coffee you put in the Keurig, the same amount you'd put in cup to make a pot. Just about. Just about. For 2 cups? Yeah.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Would you like to answer that?
So I wound up making a pot of coffee on my own after my stream was done.
Did you like it?
And I was a little upset. What, the pot of coffee?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you finish your whole cup?
No.
Did you waste my coffee?
No.
Yeah, you did.
Maybe you should just make it yourself from now on.
I was Twitch streaming. I couldn't.
You have the be right back button.
But here's the thing. I make her tea all the time.
Did I say no, I'm not making you
This
coffee?
is a couple's quarrel that we shouldn't be
you
having
remember-
on the podcast, actually.
You remember the
regret
that
this.
show Rules of Engagement?
Mhm.
Remember how Jeff would do something terrible so that Audrey wouldn't ask him to do it again?
Yep, I do. I do. I
That's a
missed that
great
show. That
lesson.
show was underrated.
It was.
We should talk more about that show. But, okay, Alex, in your defense, go ahead.
In my defense, it was not 10 years ago when you had your coffee or your creamer with a little bit of coffee. It was like a year ago.
False.
So what?
I put as much creamer in that first cup of coffee that I thought that he usually has.
No.
I have not made him, this made me sound like a bad wife, but I haven't made him a cup of coffee. I can't tell you the last time I did because he always makes it.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's in the kitchen. I'm not, other than making like my baking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
He's the one that makes dinner. He's the one that makes breakfast and
Did
serves
you have
coffee and stuff.
confidence in her coffee making ability when you asked her to do it?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna
Well, I
ask
guess-
me to make it
Guess you
again?
don't now.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because she knows to make it a pot of coffee.
Okay. Are you gonna do what you're supposed to now?
Whoa.
I mean, are you gonna do it the right way?
Probably not now.
Well, don't. It's not my coffee. I'm not gonna be the one drinking it.
No, but I would
Fine,
enjoy
I know. And I had already I didn't want any. So
Or-
if I wanted some, I would have made a pot.
Or maybe you should just make your own coffee before you start streaming.
What did you just say? You didn't want any?
If I wanted
Who was
some,
sipping from my mug while I was having breakfast?
Well, yeah, but that's
but that
standard.
was hours after your stream.
And anytime a woman says she doesn't want it,
She really does.
when it comes to food,
Yeah, right? Okay, no, this is
when
funny.
it comes to food,
This is great. This is great. This is a great
I
topic
like how you
because
clean that up right there.
no, it's a great topic. I came home with the Burger King. Alex knew I brought Burger King for the Impossible Whopper and Whopper challenge that we
you
did
did
in
a
our pre-show.
husband fail.
She asked if there was anything else in the bag.
Hmm.
I was like, are you expecting something
wait,
else?
Wait, you don't want any of that.
He had already known
She-
on the phone that I had not had a lot to eat and that I was going to try to work out, which I tried. I got 10 minutes into my 30-minute workout and I had not had anything to eat
And
all
You
day.
can't work on
and it
that.
didn't
You can't
work.
do that. You really can't do that. No.
Didn't work out, so I stopped because I about blacked out.
Mhm.
Made myself this tasty thing.
Did you
But he
work
walks
today?
in with fucking Burger King.
Did you work today?
Yes, I did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's why I didn't eat. So
We're
yeah.
picking stuff out of our teeth because on
We
the
are.
pre-show we're
Sorry.
eating burgers. Sorry about that, guys.
You want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, we tried the Impossible Whopper and the regular Whopper on the pre-show. So if you guys missed that, make sure you go back.
We ID'd them correctly.
We did. Well, you two did. I knew
did.
what it was. I knew what it was because I'm the one that prepared it for us. So we
Right.
did a Whopper challenge.
Like
on-
the Pepsi challenge.
Yep,
Or
we actually did one.
The Coke
I had it all
challenge
ready.
or whatever.
I had it ready. So we're picking burgers out of our teeth. Alex, I don't think you should open up a coffee shop.
Okay.
So
don't think that
that's where
was-
I'm getting.
He was making fun of me
I
for
don't think there
probably.
was a threat of that.
No, he was probably making fun of me on his Twitch stream for 15, 20 minutes straight of Cute Kitty's barista or Cute Kitty's
Come on down to Cute Kitty's Cup.
Cute Kitty's cup. It's like, all right, you're done. No more.
You thought it was hilarious. Well,
He got his chat involved too.
I did. I absolutely
Like,
did. It was
you
great.
guys suck. All right, can we move on?
Mhm.
What can we talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
Brett, what do you want to talk about?
We can talk about the weekend.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the weekend.
Y'all can go first.
We did practically nothing, like next to nothing.
I hadn't had a weekend off in a very long time, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to do anything.
We
We
both did
didn't-
our
We
regular
didn't
Twitch
hang out
stream
Friday night like you talked about.
because Alex needed.
I needed to go to
and
sleep.
I
I
couldn't-
fell asleep at like 9:30.
I couldn't anyway because I went to work for a few hours on Saturday at 5 a.m.
Yeah, it was not gonna happen.
No, I
at that point.
passed out.
Yep.
I was
Um,
sleepy.
And then we both did our regular Twitch streams and stuff. I mean, on Alex's. Okay, let's talk about Alex's Twitch stream. But when you're lemon,
Oh, so I'm like what 10 minutes maybe into my Twitch stream.
Yeah.
For Saturday night, and I get a new follow. Thank you for the follow. And then this person jumps into my like into my chat and says, "Hey, I have a question for you." And automatically, Josh is at the ready to ban the person because
I'm ready for people
most of the time,
saying, "Can you show me?"
Can you show you?
Sure.
Yeah. Can you do this for me? Can
I'm
you do
ready.
this for me?
I'm at the ready.
Or
I have
they
the
ask-
username up.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So
I'm waiting.
he was ready because he's my moderator. So
Mhm.
if they said something, he would kick him out real quick. And sure enough, person gets on and says, "Would you chug a bottle of water for me?" And I was like, well, "That sounds kind of weird."
Sounds kind of fetishy.
and fetishy. So I was like, for one, I had just had like a full, like
Full meal.
a full meal, and I was like, no, I don't think I could, even if I wanted to. Why? And he went on to say that him and his friends, or him and 5 friends or something, were going around to different Twitch streams and trying to get. They had a list of 5 different challenges to get streamers to do with money to pay them to do it.
Scavenger hunt.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Do you have any other challenges then? And he's like, if I give you 1,000 bits, which is like $10, like US dollars, maybe a little bit more, would you eat a whole lemon? And I was like, well, I do have a pack of lemons, like a bag of lemons downstairs. I've never had a lemon, just a lemon before. Man, my mouth is already watering thinking
This is
about it.
showing the wrong image. I gotta fix this.
So sure enough, I was like, how do you want me to eat it? Peel and all? And like, I kind of don't want to do that. And he's like, no, cut it into quarters and eat it. And for each piece, I will give you 250 bits. So $2.50. I'm like, okay, all right, sure, let's try it. I'm like, it's not gonna hurt me. If anything, it'll calm my stomach down, which it didn't.
It'll
It
hurt
was just
your
a bunch.
face.
It was just a bunch of
Your
acid that was
face.
making me burp.
It was a lemon. It was a lemon.
But I did get all the way through it, and he did come through and gave me my bits. But he also got a lot of really funny
facial
facial
Pucker
expressions. I'm like,
faces.
this thing on my
Pucker
face.
faces just.
It was very difficult to do. I thought it was gonna be easy. I took all the little seeds and stuff out of it because that's just gross. But like
Yeah.
I bit into it and was like, oh my god, how am I gonna get through this? I even put like a little bib on, which I'm glad I did because I got juice everywhere.
I believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happened. That was fun.
It was a
Oh,
fun
I
time.
gotta talk about Sunday because I sent this message to our group chat. So
Yes, you did.
I wake up Sunday morning. Sunday I donate plasma in the morning.
Oh.
So before I go, I always eat a little something and drink one of my big cups of water. And so I drank the first one, and I'm like, the more hydrated I am, the faster it goes. So I'm gonna drink a little bit more. So I made one to take with me, and I drank it on the way. I got through about half of that one. By about my second draw, I had to pee, and I'm like, this is not gonna be good. So it didn't go super fast, but it went pretty quick. And by the time I got done and they wrapped my arm and I was walking to the bathroom, I got in there and it was like Austin Powers.
Oh, I'm sure. Was it clear?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
My gosh.
And I'm like, man, it had to be at least a 2-minute pee.
I've had those. I've had them. I've actually had them pretty recently. I think it comes with age.
It's not like you can like stop what you're doing when you're donating plasma.
You can't.
Hey,
Nope.
can you just take the needle out of my arm for
There
a
is
second?
no stopping.
It's real bad. It gets
Yes.
you real. Like when you said that, I was like, I remember that feeling. I've had that feeling.
And
Then it gets cold.
And then it gets really cold, and that's got to make you like that. Makes you shiver, which makes your body shiver, which makes your bladder shiver and shake. You're like, just let me go, body.
Yeah.
Yep.
I hate that part.
Yeah, I've had that before, and that's one thing I saw. I saw that message as I was on my Twitch stream, and I was like, oh man, I actually do not miss donating.
Normally I'm fine, and I can hold out for a while anyway. Like when we went to Cedar Point, I didn't pee until the afternoon.
Well, you were also sweating.
Yeah, we were sweating it
I
all
was,
out.
but other people had gone like twice before I had gone once.
Yeah, me included.
Yeah.
Well, did you just pee your pants when we went down the Millennium Force?
No.
No, he loved it.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, he's a thrill
That's
thrill
right.
dude. He's a
Adrenaline
thrill dude.
junkie.
Yeah.
Adrenaline junkie. All right, that's what it's called.
All right, let me tell my Saturday night
Oh,
story.
crazy.
So,
Crazy
you
stuff.
got permission to.
I got permission. I'm only going to use one name that we all know. Don't say the name.
No, are you gonna make up another one for someone else?
No, just they're really
Let him
names.
talk.
Names are not necessary for the story.
Okay.
Let him talk.
So, for the first part of the night, me and Rick decided to meet up, our friend Rick, and just get a drink. And so we went to Corner Pocket. And I will tell you, that is no longer my scene.
It's
And
like
I-
nobody.
Is it because they finally put funnel cakes on the menu?
No.
I got a
They
message
just
on my
announced
Facebook
it.
that they just put
Okay.
funnel cake fries on the menu.
I had no illusions that it would be. I knew what to expect when I went there. And the crowd there is just young.
Were they all
Very.
jocks and
Makes sense because that's where I went when I was
Yeah.
younger. So we were there for an hour or so, and then we decided to go check out our friend's karaoke spot.
Okay.
And
So you went like kind of downtown.
No, this was out in the middle of nowhere.
Where were you at?
It was called Hampton's Inn.
What? They went to a hotel?
No, it was a bar, but
That's
it
a
was
hotel.
literally in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my God.
Like driving down a 2-lane country road to get there.
Okay.
Well, we've had to do that.
So me and Rick go there and sit in, finish his show, ended at midnight, and then we sat around and talked a little bit, and we decided we were trying to decide whether to migrate to another bar or just be done.
Mhm.
And they were kind of done, and I was pretty well ready to go too. So we all leave, and I'm driving back towards town, and I'm like, yeah, do I want to go home? I was driving my car. I'm like, yeah. And I remember that Paige, your sister,
Yes.
posted that she was out at Latch. So I'm like, well, maybe if she's still there or somewhere, maybe I'll just stop out real quick before I go home. So I text her. I'm like, are you still out at Latch? She's like, no, I'm at this place, but I'm getting an Uber because I'm out with a friend of a friend and feeling very uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I'm out driving my car. Do you want me to come get you? She's like, yes. So I turned around and went, found the place, and picked her up and drove back to her house. And she tells me what's going on throughout the night on the way to the house. And she was upset about it. So basically, she planned a night out with her friend, and her friend invited a guy, and this guy brought a guy. And the friend of the guy, Paige didn't know either of the guys. And the one guy who was the friend of the guy of the friend, if that makes
Do you
any
want to call
sense.
him a name?
Maybe not. The one guy who neither of them knew. Neither of the girls knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
That guy.
Okay.
He was basically being an ass. He was advancing when it wasn't wanted
Okay.
at all.
Okay.
Like
Mhm.
there was no, from what I was told, there's no way he could have got it wrong. He was
Mhm.
just being a dick.
Okay.
Mhm.
So she decided to get out of there, and like I'm kind of cutting the story short because I don't think I need to go into major
You
detail,
don't,
but
you don't. I've heard a lot
the
of it.
the Paige's friend's car was on the street at Paige's house.
Mm-hmm.
So she was kind of concerned that the three of them were going to come back, and Paige's friend was invited to crash at her house, and she didn't want all three of them deciding to crash. So
Mhm.
I stuck around to make sure the two guys who were not invited decided to hit the road,
Okay.
Mhm.
or were told to hit the road.
Uh-huh.
Did they stop by?
No, they brought her back to her car, and nobody attempted to enter the house.
Good.
Wait,
So-
they
Good.
brought her back to her car?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Because I was of the opinion, I was telling Paige, I'm like, Paige, they're not coming back.
No.
I was fully convinced that they were going to take her wherever
Somewhere.
they were going and just crashing that way, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
it did not happen that way.
Yeah.
So it was some unexpected excitement, I guess, even though it
Mhm.
really didn't amount to much. At least my part wasn't much, but
Yeah.
No, I
Um,
got the full
yeah,
detailed
I was in
story.
I was in the room when the call was made.
Yesterday?
No, on Saturday night.
Yeah, she only told me like for one, I was asleep when she called. And
I
then-
figured.
For two, when I talked to her yesterday, she gave me like a whole half-hour detailed conversation of everything that happened before she got
Oh.
your text.
Okay.
So and it
Well,
wasn't fun.
I got that version on the way home.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to being single in this world has got to be just the worst.
It's well, and Paige did the right thing. Don't ever this PSA. If you're uncomfortable, get out.
Well, yeah,
Especially
she
when it
was
involves like alcohol.
she was denying
and-
drinks left and
Yeah.
right. So, and that's really good for her to actually do that. You know?
Denying drinks and somewhat, physical advances, although
Right.
Mhm.
not aggressive from what I understand. But
Right.
Well, I already told her. I was like, the moment that any of that stuff started to go south, I've mentioned multiple times. All you have to do is say the word, and
Uh-huh.
I'm the big sis,
Alex is
and
all
Well,
I
ninja.
told her I was like,
Aw.
I'll come out in my PJs.
well,
and
and
I'll kick some boy ass.
the other thing is, she had a genuine concern for her friend who
Yeah,
was
and I would have came out and grabbed her too.
not in her right mind, who also, was insistent on everything was okay.
Right.
Because she
and
was drunk.
It's hard to have that conversation with a drunk
It is.
friend.
It is,
you know?
especially if they think they're having a good time and they don't know what's going on the
Sure.
outside.
Exactly.
And
Yep.
you don't want to. I remember one time I had to physically restrain my old roommate from driving drunk, and he got pissed and started beating up his own car.
Well, I mean,
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
people will do what they will do under
The
the
only thing I
influence.
don't like about alcohol is that, yeah, it makes you feel good and stuff, but the moment you're pushed the wrong way, it makes aggression go through the roof.
It
Oh,
really
yeah.
does.
Like
yes.
I've been
it's
there.
a depressant.
We've been there. We've all been there.
It makes you happy for a while, but the severe side of alcohol
Then it
is
doesn't.
makes you mad.
It can
It
flip a
can.
dime.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's weird. Like I've had those moments where suddenly I don't know why I'm angry. I've
Yeah.
had them like I gotta just like stop.
Or you're mad about the dumbest thing.
Oh, that's a
And
stupid
there's-
argument.
No, I've
Yes,
done
and
that.
there's no explaining. There's
Yeah.
no
Oh, no.
explaining. You're right, and that's the bottom line until you wake up with your head in a trash can.
Mhm.
So there you go.
I want to talk about DEF CON real quick. Get off this.
DEF CON?
DEF
Def
CON. DEF
Defense
CON.
condition?
What
No,
does it mean for the what is it kind of convention?
It's a hackers convention.
Okay.
So there's a guy who hacked a teledildonic device.
What is that?
Can you kind of put that together?
So phone didonic.
Teledildonic. Tele.
A telephone dildo.
You're close.
What? Hey,
Guy, he hacked a Bluetooth capable butt plug.
Oh
I was
my
saying,
god,
it
I'm
sounds
actually
like
on the right
Sounds
track.
like a sex toy.
It's close. Yes, he hacked
Okay,
it.
okay. A what? A
Teledildonic device.
okay.
There are these things
What does it do?
that is Bluetooth capable, and you can do motions with
insert it, and then you control it from
You-
your phone
from your phone.
for your own pleasure. I would
Exactly.
assume.
Yes. So
People are weird.
People. Okay, no. This gets into some really weird territory here.
Okay, all right.
Now, when you talk, you're snickering about a butt plug being hacked. Of course, it's gonna be silly. But he was able to hack into the app device, and actually, it can compromise other devices. So technically, he can hack other butt plugs by hacking one butt plug. God dang it, Alex.
Butts are funny. I was looking at you live and you said butt plug.
Yeah. Well, that's what we're talking about here.
Okay. Keep it going.
He derailed me. So he hacked a butt plug, and by doing this, he can get into the app and hack other people's. So at this point, is that considered sexual assault?
I think a good lawyer could make that case.
Absolutely, it can. It's kind of scary how he could talk, like he went into depth. So what DEF CON is? It's a hacker's
depth.
What? No. He went into depth.
He sure did.
He went into. Okay. This is going nowhere. We can't talk about this. You guys are so mature about this.
Honestly, if I was a dude, I could hack it. I'd have some fun with it.
Oh my god.
I bet you.
Hey, wait, if you could hack it, huh?
Yeah.
That has a double meaning.
Yes.
Ah.
No, I bet you. No, I bet you it's like, hey, Brett got that new butt plug. I bet
Don't use my name.
you want to mess around and see what'll happen if I push this button.
Whoa! Just in the other room.
Here's the thing, though. You as the hacker would have to know when it's being used.
You can with the app.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
That's what the problem we're seeing here is. So at this point, when you're hacking into an app, we probably lost chat. When you're hacking into an app of this nature, it can be compromised. So it's actually it can get into some scary territory.
Why is it scary?
Because at one point, your partner's no longer controlling it, or you yourself, someone else is. And this can cause damage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then it's serious.
Yeah.
As if sexual assault is not serious.
Wow.
No. Like, I was thinking, just butt plugs are funny. Like,
Well, just the name.
just like, who wants to hack a butt plug?
I mean, that's a thing.
It could be a fetish thing.
That became a thing. I mean, if people are walking up to you saying, "Hey, can you hack this for me and just give me the ride of my life?"
Wow.
I mean, to each their own. They can have it.
Hacking skills.
Hacking skills, yeah.
Oh my god. I don't
So
know.
I
I
thought
don't
I'd
know.
bring it up.
Was
I
there
don't-
anything else at DEF CON?
DepthCon.
Let me see if there are any highlights. DEF CON 2019. I'm gonna see if there's any other highlights of DEF CON. So I've heard of this place. There's actually DEF CON. They get together and actually they have a wall that has like faces of people that they hack within that convention.
Okay.
Like they say, "Oh, I hacked this person." It's like a wall of shame that they
Oh,
have
like a hacker hacked
within
a hacker?
that time. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually pretty fun. Like, hi, I got this guy.
Well, it's fun. Personal information. I mean, whatever.
If you're going to a hackers convention, what the hell do you think is going to happen?
You're gonna get hacked.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Hey, cops, I just got hacked at the hackers convention.
the thing is, you think that hacking itself is actually is bad, but it's actually good to show companies their faults. So by showing
Their
this company
vulnerabilities.
their vulnerabilities, exactly. So that's some things that they actually show off is like ATMs and butt plugs. So that's not an average thing. So yeah, that was just something I thought I'd bring up.
Teledildonic?
Teledildonic device.
Teledildonic.
Yep. I mean, of course, they went into depth of they had exhibitor booths there and stuff. Of
Exhibitor booth. Can you go in here, shut the door? Try this out.
Alex is gonna stay on this as long as she can. That's what she said.
Let's
Okay.
talk about movie club.
Let's do that.
Let's talk about movie club.
So-
Josh, what's movie club?
Movie Club is where we pick out a movie every week. At least 1/3 of us has not seen it, is basically what we aim for. So all of us can discuss it in a little bit of depth of what we enjoyed about the film and what we didn't. We go through and kind of give our impressions about it. So this week we did Office Space. Now, Alex and I have seen this movie many times.
Yep.
And it's still funny. It's still funny.
Mhm.
Mainly because it deals with the adult world. As I grew up, when I first saw it as a teenager, didn't like it.
I didn't care for it.
I think this speaks to adults.
Sure.
I think it was when I was in college is when I actually started to appreciate it.
Yeah.
And then I watched it again last night, and I'm like, this is just
You
this
were
is
laughing.
good.
You
Like
were
I was
long.
laughing. I was like, this is really good.
Yeah. So,
Still
Brent, what
works.
do you think as being a newbie to the film?
So I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't quite see why it's has such a cult following because I didn't think it was that funny. Like there was funny
Okay.
parts, but it didn't really strike me as being like this hilarious movie.
I've worked in an office environment for a very long time.
Yeah.
It speaks to me.
See, I think it really elevates the office stereotypes.
It
Like it
does.
just blows it out of the water. The one thing I didn't like about the whole movie was Milton. I couldn't stand him. Like he wasn't funny to me. That whole
You don't like the
mumbling
stapler dude.
stuff.
Okay, so
No.
that guy, he's based off of animated shorts that Mike Judge did. So
Right.
what he did is he created those animated shorts many, many times, like years before this came out. And so he used those as, just side things to
Sure.
get the progression of the scene going. It's just another story to tell.
Yeah.
Like how he gets dumped on by Lumberg.
Everybody and ends up in the basement.
But then he winds up on the Golden Coast and
Sure.
just chilling on a beach.
So that's the thing. That this whole scheme they came up with, it felt like it was supposed to be the main plot, and it ends up being like this side thing that doesn't really matter to the whole point of the movie.
Exactly.
Yep.
The point was Peter got hypnotized by his hypnotist, who then died after he told him the speech,
Yeah.
and he just has this lackadaisical, feeling towards everything,
Mhm.
which everybody wishes they could be that way. You're not gonna miss as much work as he did and get a promotion. That's not real.
That's not a thing.
Now, but it's funny because a stereotype in the workplace is this guy who does nothing compared to someone who's working really hard would be one to get a promotion.
But you understand how
Correct.
he got the promotion.
I do.
So
By being honest.
Think about this though. You don't think he'd be super honest if he wasn't hypnotized and he went in there in front of the
Sure.
Bobs and were like, "What do you
Trying-
do all day?"
Well, just like
I work at my computer. I do this and this and this
just
to
like
try to
the
keep
Tom
his job.
guy who tried to explain what his role is vital and ends up
And
getting
it really
fired
wasn't.
anyway.
I'm a people person, damn it.
Because like, so what do you actually do?
I deal with the customers.
Yes, so there was that, but the fact that Peter he's just upright honest with everybody, just like,
Yeah.
honestly, I'm not challenged, I'm this, and so it's actually what a lot of people are probably dealing with, and they just don't have the guts to say it because they know that if they say it, there's a likelihood that they'll
There-
just lose their job.
There
Maybe,
is
yeah.
what I was thinking about when towards the beginning when they're hassling him about his TPS reports.
Right.
I'm like, now, I may be an exception because I have a really good relationship with my managers, and I don't take that.
No.
If they come at me with something like that, I'll fire back at them. That's just the kind of relationship we have. I'm not a doormat to my bosses. You
to take it
And-
as his perspective. He was.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He was, but I've just
He even admits it. He was just like, and I'll probably be a pussy and go in because
Exactly.
like that's just what he says.
yeah.
Yep.
And not everybody can do that, but
Yeah.
No.
if you are able to do that, and I am, I think that's that makes your job, or at least part of your job, more tolerable at
Correct.
times, is when you are able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to feel like you're walking on eggshells every time a boss comes up to you.
Correct. Yeah.
Mhm.
What I did get when it's the three guys, it's Peter, Samir, and Michael. I got a horrible bosses vibe.
Oh,
those
they could have
Yeah,
been good. They could have
yeah.
been good had this cult following been, larger or whatever. Had it been bigger, they would have sequeled it.
Yeah.
Those three guys. Michael is my favorite. Like he has the meme faces of all time. Like when they were passing off the disc, and that one girl walks by and said, "Hi, Michael." His face is
He's just like,
Just hates his job.
But they some of the stereotypical things like Case of the Mondays. I'm like,
Oh,
I would feel the same way if somebody walked through an office saying crap like that.
I asked Alex if someone does that.
No, I've
and
never had
I don't
anybody
think
do
you
that.
do.
What did you think of the neighbor though? The neighbor, he's like, has everybody ever asked you, do you have the Case of the Mondays? And he sits there and he really looks at him. He's like,
No.
hell no, man. Shit, no. You get kicked in the face for showing that.
Is that guy? He was on Drew Carey show, right?
Yes.
Is
yes.
that what that was?
He's
I'm like, I recognize
he
it.
has
don't know
quite a
his name,
history.
but-
I'll pull it up because I was checking out Office Space stuff all last night. I was like, okay, I know this guy, I know this guy. So Ron Livingston plays Peter. He's the main character. Jennifer Aniston is Joanna. Michael Bolton's David Herman. Samir was AJ Niadu. So Lawrence is Diedrich Bader. Yep.
I mean, if you said that name, I would have no idea who that is. But
He's also in Napoleon Dynamite. He plays Rex. Rex
okay.
Quando. No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You getting it? All right.
Yep.
Yeah, he did a lot of voice acting in the 2000s. Wow, a lot of voice acting. He's tied to a lot of animated stuff. But he was
okay.
also in, I believe he's in Eurotrip. He's the guy who mugs the twin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that who it is?
Yep.
Like I
can
just
see it on his
see
face.
his face.
He has a mustache, like a long mustache.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Yep,
he did
handlebar.
it-
I knew
I
he did it in-
recognized it.
He had a hat on though.
But he has black hair.
Yeah.
But he had a mullet in
He
Office
had to have
Space.
a mullet.
This is perfect. He's a perfect construction worker. So Milton, played by Stephen Root, he is in Dodgeball.
Yes. I think
Yeah.
that's the only one I know of him.
Is he
like,
in? See if he's in Grind.
He plays Bill in King of the Hill.
He does?
Yeah, the bald guy in King of the Hill. You said Grind?
Yeah.
All right, let me look.
2000.
Okay, now I hear it because we've been watching King of the
We
Hill.
have
So now
been.
I hear it.
Did you find the episode where the place blows up and Boomhauer
Not
calls
yet.
911?
Not yet.
Megalomart.
I watched that clip the other day because it always makes me laugh.
Slow down for me. Mego
Sir, you are
Mart.
gonna have to speak slower. I cannot understand you. Dang! Oh, Megalomart.
Boom.
He plays Cameron in Grind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he's in it. And then Gary Cole, Bill Lumberg. Yeah.
Yeah, I
he's-
don't know what else he's in.
Oh, he's in Superbad, or not Superbad, Pineapple Express. He
He
He's
is.
the main.
He's the main
yeah,
villain guy.
one of the main villains.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well, now I know him.
So, Brett, did you like Office Space? Would
Yeah, I
you ever
liked it.
watch it again?
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good
Mm.
drinking movie.
Sure.
Absolutely, especially the printer scene.
Yeah.
I lost it
That's
every
a-
single time. I lose it every single
I
time.
like
Everybody
that
who has
song.
ever worked a job, there is one piece of equipment, whether it be a fax, a printer, a lab
PC
machine.
load letter. The fuck does that mean?
It's just- I was getting up to go to the bathroom. I heard that. I was like, thing is, like, I remember being in like middle school trying to get like work with these things, not thinking like that legit line, but like, what's that supposed to mean?
Mhm.
You're trying to figure it out.
There's no paper jam.
Oh yeah, and then dealing with paper jams.
Yep. Okay, so I got a choice of 3. Now, Brett, I don't know if you've seen one of them. I know you haven't seen 2 of them.
Anything for me that I haven't seen?
Alex, you haven't seen one of them.
Okay.
But you haven't seen another one in a long time. Both of them, actually. Okay, so we can either go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I really want to see this. I've been wanting to see it for a while.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've seen District 9.
Yes.
haven't.
You have not.
I'm not.
Or My Cousin Vinny.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, District 9. District 9 is pretty darn good.
I would prefer District 9 or My Cousin Vinny.
And then we can just go see Hollywood
Then,
movie.
sure.
Either way, I'm gonna go see the Hollywood movie.
It's probably it'll be our first Quentin Tarantino film in theaters that we've seen.
Yeah.
Oh.
So what do you want to do?
He said one of the other 2.
My Cousin Vinny or District 9.
Yeah. So which one?
I don't care. You.
District
No,
9.
we're giving it to you
okay.
because I've seen both.
Oh.
District 9 was a play test for Halo, so
Yeah.
you can kind
And
of
then my cousin
appreciate that.
Vinny goes along with
Joe Pesci.
Joe
Joe
Pesci.
Pesci. Yeah.
What's My Cousin Vinny about?
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy.
It's about a murder that his nephew Ralph Macchio gets pegged on in Alabama.
We just did a comedy, but I know what I've already got one for next week, and it's not a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So
District 9 is not a comedy.
So let's go ahead and go with My Cousin Vinny.
My Cousin Vinny.
I
Okay.
haven't seen that since I was like a teenager.
We would probably watch that with you, Brett, because it's a funny movie.
It's funny.
It's
I
really funny.
really like it.
So, or you can watch it on your own.
I
Your choice.
want to see how he reacts to the judge.
Oh, yeah. It's really good. So next week, My Cousin Vinny. It is a classic comedy from.
When is it? 94?
Let me look it up.
94, 95? That's what I'm gonna guess.
92.
92. Wow.
Yeah.
Older than I thought.
Yep. Joe Pesci, Marissa Tomei, Ralph Macchio.
Which she got an Oscar for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got an Oscar for this.
Yep. So, My Cousin Vinny next week.
Okay.
What we're gonna talk about.
All right. So everybody watching on YouTube, everybody listening to us. That's your homework. Go watch My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, we'll be
Chat-
talking about it next week.
Chat about it with us in the comments on YouTube next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are we moving on to?
So there was a guy over the weekend who was dressed as. I'm gonna put this up on our actual YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna pull this up because this is actually really interesting. It was a guy who was dressed as a TV, putting
I saw that.
CRT TVs
On people's porches?
on people's porches.
Yeah, I saw like the thumbnail, but I didn't click on it because I thought it was stupid.
It is stupid.
I pulled a Brett and I'm like, nah, that's stupid. And I didn't click on it.
So I'm hoping this doesn't have sound, but I mean, there's the guy.
Yeah, there he is.
He's got a TV on his head.
Yep. There's the guy. So he's CRT TV. There's a GIF of him
there he is.
walking up, putting a CRT TV, which is the standard tube television, on someone's porch. Yeah. Weird, right?
A little bit.
Weird. I mean, that's all they have to go on. And this is not actually, it's not uncommon. They've actually
It's
had
like
this
a
person do this before.
Reverse porch pirate.
Exactly.
With junk.
They're putting junk on steps. Of course, the police have been informed. They're like, yeah, we'll look
But
after it.
I'm going to say,
Can't
it was like,
imagine
it's
it's
not.
a high priority.
No, it's not.
But it is trespassing.
Sure, I guess.
Is a sidewalk
They had to
trespassing?
They had to pick something, I guess.
Is a sidewalk?
The main sidewalk is not.
But if you're approaching someone's,
The coming up to the house, I think so.
so a mailman is approaching someone's porch.
Yeah.
That's considered their
I guess so.
okay.
I just know that, like, if a reporter, they can stand on the public sidewalk and it's not trespassing.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I don't think they can go closer.
I don't think they can either. But that's so yeah. I don't know. It's gray area.
All right, I looked it up. Enter the owner's land or property without permission.
Okay.
So,
Well, I think a mailman has permission to deliver mail.
So, and it says there are no excuses for trespassing on railroad properties. That's the only thing that's popped up. What constitutes as trespassing on private property? A landowner has the general property right to exclude others from her land. Some say the right to exclude others is what makes private property. A trespass is an intentional, wrongful entry onto another person's land without the owner's permission and without legal privilege to do so.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a gray line right here.
Very much so.
He did trespass without anybody's permission, but he didn't ask for permission, and he didn't
hurt anything.
He didn't hurt anything. So it's just kind of like, how do you call the cops on this other than...
I mean, I guess it's more like a police report, but
Yeah.
they're not going to follow up on this.
So this guy's done this before in other neighborhoods. So it's just something that's been going on
Maybe
around.
he's just trying to get rid of his junk.
Yeah, but I think let me see what the report is on how many TVs. I think they said like a pretty large number. 50.
Wow.
More than 50 homes.
Okay, so there is what's called criminal trespassing. So trespassing is just without permission. So criminal trespassing is doing it with like burglary or a violent act of some kind or an illegal act. So he was trespassing, yes. Can he be fined or whatever? Probably depends on the person. If they press charges or find him, yes, they technically can. But then there's criminal trespassing, which is you're intruding and doing something illegal on top of it.
Right.
So that's what I found. That's it.
So that's a pretty crazy story. I'm pulling up something else that I want to move on to here. I want to talk about some NFL stuff.
I want to say that I was going to
It
suggest
said,
that for next.
in general, trespassing is a misdemeanor offense.
Did you
It
guys-
varies state to state.
Did you guys see this video of Tom Brady pulling his daughter?
Yeah, he's been taking some heat for it.
You want to see it, Alex?
What is it?
I don't know if I'll show it on our YouTube, but I mean, you just check this out.
Who is that?
This is Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He's gonna go cliff diving with his daughter.
And
Oh,
he
sweet.
like throws
6 years old.
'Kay.
Okay, but you're gonna watch the way he pulls her.
'Kay.
I'm showing you this on our one of our screens here. I might show this on our YouTube. I don't know, but you're gonna see the way that they jump. It's kind of crazy. This happened a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, all right.
He had to pull her. That's what he was getting heat for.
Why was he getting heat for that?
because it looks like she doesn't want to, and he.
Okay,
drags
she bent her legs and jumped, and his arm is longer than hers, and his body's longer than his. He's going to technically go down faster,
Sure.
and pull on her.
But you know how these
he-
things look.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
gonna-
I'm watching
gonna put
it
this on
again.
I'm gonna put this on.
Yeah, go ahead, put it up there. We're not. Yeah, there's no violence or anything in here.
No, it's just kind of
That
crazy.
She may take kind of a jerk.
She hangs back, and he just pulls her down.
But even so,
Okay, so
I
You
I
see
don't
how
would.
close those
see
rocks are
yes,
right there?
and you know what? It's lucky that he pulled her. What if she?
Might not have cleared it.
Yeah, she wouldn't have cleared the rocks.
Yeah,
Do you know back in the day? You know how you learn to swim? Your grandpa threw
you
you
just
in.
freaking go.
Yes.
You just go. Well, actually, yeah, pretty much. Like,
No, there's
swimming
no
in those
heat.
lakes and
I
whatever.
don't know if I was taught to swim or I know I didn't take swim classes.
I still don't really know how to swim very well.
I always figured
I taught you how to
swimming
swim.
is instinctual.
I know some basic stuff, but I can't relax in the water. I can't relax like most people can swimming and doing laps and stuff. I panic.
I think I taught myself.
Well, that's good. That's really
I'm
good.
pretty sure my mother taught all three of us how to swim because she was a lifeguard and a big swimmer, and she's just a fish anyway. So
Sure. I mean, you just paddle,
Right.
and your breathing controls your buoyancy.
boy.
Buoyancy. See, I never heard that word for like the longest time. Then everyone started saying it.
Buoyancy.
Buoyant. Means you can float. So I'll probably never pull my
I have
6-year-old
more-
daughter into cliff
I have
diving.
more buoyancy than you.
Do y'all ever do
Yeah.
any high dives?
Yeah.
I've done 10 and 20 feet. I've never gone higher.
I can't.
Oh, you
say,
actually know the footage?
I can't
Yeah.
say the footage. I don't know. At least a 12-footer, at least. Guys, why is everything I say just taken?
No, I took it as she's laughing because it was only 12 feet.
It's not.
I
why was
remember
laughing when-
that. That's all I can remember. One of them. I don't know if there's a higher one. I just remember one
I
of
don't
them
know
being
what's
called
at a
12-footer.
standard pool. There's like the
A 12-footer, right?
Could
a
be
6
20.
and a 12.
Could be 20.
20 is usually indoor.
At Pine Lake, there at least when I went, there was a 10, 20, and a 30 foot.
Yeah, I'm gonna see
Nice.
how tall the one is that I went to because I went to jury. And jury back in the day. Like I remember that's the only one that I jumped.
I don't know
off
if
of.
Brett knows what you're talking about.
Nope.
That's in New Haven.
Oh.
He's looking around like,
We went
okay.
to the courthouse.
You,
eh?
you were on jury duty as a kid? No, but
Well, plus everybody outside of New England and me hate Tom Brady.
yeah.
So of course they're going to take every opportunity to criticize
Did
him.
you see
for
the
that.
flack that the Patriots logo is getting? That it looks like Carrie.
No,
I'm gonna show this to you.
Carrie the
Senator.
horror movie.
The senator.
Oh,
Now this is something that just popped up on my Twitter. Patriots logo. Wow!
Patriots logo?
Don't. Yeah. This is like they're saying like, hey.
Oh,
doesn't he
John
look-
Kerry.
Yeah, John Kerry. Yeah, doesn't he look like the Patriots logo? And then someone photoshopped his face onto it.
wow.
It's really interesting.
Wow.
Show that real quick. Just really interesting how someone like can come up with that, like the Patriots logo.
Let's talk more NFL.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't say.
Are you going to talk about Antonio Brown?
What's this?
Holy crap. This guy. So he got traded to the Oakland Raiders from the Pittsburgh Steelers
Uh-huh.
for a 3rd round and a 5th round, which is nothing because he's top 3 wide receiver in the league.
Absolutely.
He's gone absolutely batshit crazy. First of all, he did some kind of cryogenic freeze on his feet, some kind of treatment.
Okay.
Didn't wear the proper foot protection, and now has frostbite on his feet. And last time I checked, you need your
Dummy.
feet to run and play
Dumb.
football.
Yeah.
Then they have new helmet rules in the NFL. He didn't like his new helmet and said he wasn't going to play if he can't have his old helmet, and started holding out. And I don't know where it stands right now, but as of today, I heard on a podcast that released today, the Oakland Raiders all the way up till now have been like completely supportive, and now they're like, we're done with this guy.
Is he being like a prima donna kind of thing? Like
to the
just
max.
Basically, do what I say.
Basically, they're like, look, you either wear the helmet you're supposed to wear, or you're never gonna play for us. And that's bad.
Is that where it's at right now? There's not
Yes.
been no response.
He I don't think he's responded, but I would not even touch him in the draft this year.
Wow.
Which is sad because, like I say, he's
Yeah.
he's top 3 wide receivers in the draft for sure.
Holy cow.
But at the same time, he is in Oakland with Derek Carr, if that's still the starter. I haven't really checked around to see the major moves, but he's no Ben Roethlisberger.
You excited for the draft?
No.
Are you just?
I mean, I'm glad that it's here, but
Yeah.
you know me, I don't get excited for stuff.
You're not like Shane and Rick where they're like talking garbage on
I
a
liked
group
our
chat.
vote, by the way.
The vote I made up
Yes.
that
What was
Shane
the
has
vote?
to.
Shane has to announce
Shane
it.
has to announce how many more days until the draft before 9 a.m. where he gets last pick. He kind of missed it, but it was within 10 minutes.
It
I think
was.
I voted no because I thought it sounded stupid.
I made it because
I made it 'cause I
Shane
thought it
was
was funny.
making a big deal
He's
out of
really
it.
talking a lot of crap.
I know. I'm making him hate.
I started
this.
busting his balls early this year because I was. What did he do? Oh, he said something about
My Bluetooth.
the
on.
draft order,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I said
like,
my line.
Yeah, you did. What was this all about? You want me to read it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up.
It was funny.
It was a long
Okay,
time
first of
ago.
all, they're making big deals out of draft picks, saying, "Oh, we should do this and
It
this
is
and this."
well. The draft order is a big deal, but how you get the order is
How are we getting
it's-
the order, by the way?
we put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on pieces of paper, put it in a hat, you pick it out.
Like we've always done.
Yes.
And what
well,
did he want to do?
I don't remember, but he didn't want to do that, or he he suggested something different.
I'm looking.
I
I'm
don't
looking.
remember, but I don't
He didn't want to do
that.
that.
Yeah, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna end up doing that, and you guys are gonna fight for first pick, and I'm gonna draw it again.
Maybe, but maybe not.
Okay. Just FYI, there's different party packages for food. No, that's not it.
blah blah.
Yeah, I don't know if I can find
What
this.
the hell? I could find it.
You probably can because you were a part of it. I can't find what
So-
I've been saying.
How we're still?
this
How
one
many
said?
people are in the draft this year?
10?
10.
The
believe.
same as last
Yeah,
year.
it has to be
Okay.
10. And everyone's like, let's have another receiver. What's this whole extra receiver thing?
So you have 2 starting wide receivers and 1 flex.
Okay.
Yep.
So Rick brought up the idea of having 3 wide receivers.
And no flex?
And no flex.
I think so because your flex can be wide receiver, running
Or
back,
running
tight
back.
end,
Yes.
Or a defense if you really want.
or defense.
And
yeah.
your kicker, quarterback. You can do whatever. Well, you can't do quarterback, right?
I like having my flex. Why do you guys want another wide receiver?
I ask Rick. I was against it.
How does that make any sense?
It doesn't.
I'm thinking there's potential for more points with a 3rd wide receiver.
Okay, but why not do a flex? You could throw down a wide receiver or a running back, whatever the frick you want.
Mhm.
I don't.
Then you
I
have
don't
your
know.
third. You
Why
have
don't
your
you-
third wide receiver right
Why don't you ask him? Gosh darn it! I don't know why.
Text him right now.
there. Rick, get on YouTube right now.
It's before all your damn SummerSlam crap.
Hey, that was a great show. That was a great show. While you're looking, I want to talk about the 50 most valuable
Here we
sports
go. I
teams.
found it.
Oh, fine. I'll talk about this later.
So let's see. gotta
I thought
find
you
his
said you found
Well, I found my part.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's all you need.
No, because I
Because-
gotta have the what Shane said.
It's not that far away.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, we have a whole conversation
There was a
before
big long conversation. Oh, let's see.
that. Wow, Brett.
Okay, why don't you talk about this, Josh?
Okay, so the 50 most valuable sports teams have been actually announced.
I got it though.
No, you don't.
I do got it.
No, we're not talking about that yet.
I gotta say this or I'm gonna lose it.
I'll lose.
So just so Shane says Just to add some flavor for Rick, would you all be opposed to drawing numbers according to what place you finished last year? Doesn't really change much, but it takes into account the previous year in a small way. Meaning how you finished
Yeah.
would have
So if you got first place, you get first pick.
no. Well,
You
maybe.
get first
Yeah.
draw.
Generally, the way the NFL draft works is whoever finished last gets the first pick, which
And
would be
Yeah.
Josh.
That would have been me.
So I said, after this big, long, complicated
There was
conversation,
a whole thing.
so I said, Shane, what are we, assholes? We draw to determine the order of the draft. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Oh, but he
No.
got a kick out of that because he had just listened to the show when I talked
You
about
did,
that.
yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
My goodness. It's not that difficult. You
It
just
was funny.
draw simple numbers out of a
No,
hat.
but I understand. Like on the show, The League, every year they have some crazy way to pick the order of the draft. That's
Mhm.
really funny, actually.
Oh, okay.
Like one year when they're going to Vegas, whoever gets through security, or the order they get through security, is the order of the draft.
Hmm.
So Kevin gives a package to Pete, and it starts ticking in the TSA. It has a bomb. It's so good.
I should have watched the league when it was on,
It's
but
on
we weren't
Hulu.
into it at
Yeah.
the time.
I
and
just
it's
couldn't
probably
get into
You should
it.
watch the first season because there's only 6
We
episodes.
watched like the
We
first
watched the
two
first
like
season.
episodes. We didn't watch
No.
the first season.
Oh, okay.
The first season's only 6 episodes.
Yeah, I said we only watched the first couple episodes.
Should give it at least 3.
Okay.
Fine. Whatever.
I saw where Taco's in a dinosaur costume.
Yeah. We saw that episode.
Is that like episode 2?
Mr.
They're trying to put like their daughter to bed or
Mr.
something. It's
McGiblets.
like- yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. It's
so
pretty fun.
so the 50 most valuable sports teams got announced.
So I'm gonna guess the top 3.
Okay. The
I
Browns.
know the top 2.
Is it for this year?
Yeah, Forbes just announced this.
So
The Browns.
are they all NFL teams?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
How many are NFL teams?
I only have some listed on here. I have 4 football teams and 1 not.
Well,
I mean, it depends on what
you
you
said you had the top what?
You know what? I'll just click on the damn link.
If you have
Okay,
the top
so
10 and you only have 1, 4, 6, and 8, who cares?
No, I have teams that matter. All right, I got them. They're right here. Shut up. I got the top 10, asshole.
4, 6, and 8. Who cares?
This is a great show. Just want to let you know.
Okay.
Thank you,
So
everyone,
wait,
for joining us.
You have the top 10 sports teams.
Sports teams.
I'm
And then I have others.
I'm gonna guess number 1,
What's number 1?
Dallas Cowboys.
Alex?
For this year,
Just in...
the Browns.
No.
It's not gonna be this year. I don't think they
Absolute-
fluctuate.
the
No,
that much.
ever,
Browns?
ever.
No,
The
yeah.
Packers.
No, it's the Cowboys.
Definitely not the Packers.
Oh,
Cowboys.
okay.
They're worth probably what, $4 billion?
4.8. Yeah.
Damn, I'm
Ooh.
good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now,
Are they any good?
Brett, the next 3 are not football teams.
So I'm gonna,
not NFL
I'm
teams.
gonna guess the. Are you saying there's football teams on there that are not in the NFL?
You can consider soccer, football,
Okay, well, I don't. So
and baseball's on here.
I'm
Get outta
gonna
here.
guess the. You want me to guess the top, just some of the rest of
Yeah,
the top 10?
yeah.
So I'm thinking the Yankees are probably on there.
They're number 5.
The Red Sox.
They are not.
No. Okay. How about the Steelers?
No.
Okay. Let me think here.
Alex, you could probably name one.
I could.
How
Yeah.
about the New York Giants?
No. Man, okay. This is. Oh, actually, they are.
Oh.
New
I
York
don't
Giants are
know.
on there.
The
What
Cubs.
number?
They are number 8.
The Giants are 8.
Yeah.
Are the Cubs on there? That's a good guess.
No, they're not even in the
Yeah,
top
okay.
15.
Yep, all right. Then I have
So,
no idea.
so Manchester United's number
I
2.
figured if there were, that's really the only soccer team I know.
Real Madrid and Barcelona, those are 3 and 4. Yankees is 5. Patriots is 6.
I figured by now they'd probably make the list after all the Super Bowls and stuff.
The Knicks are number 7.
That's so weird because the Knicks have stunk for 30 years.
Mm-hmm. Then the Lakers at number 8.
Yeah.
The Giants were also number 8. They're both on the same. That's weird.
Are
That's
any
weird.
of them worth less than $1 billion?
Yeah, absolutely they are. I'm gonna say the other ones that mattered. The Minnesota Vikings are number 3 at 2.4 billion.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I would not have expected that.
The Colts are number 35. Suck it, Colts. At 2.37 billion. So Vikings are better.
2.37.
Yep. And the Browns are number 50 at 1.95 billion.
But that's gonna go up though.
Unbelievable.
They're worth that much.
They've stunk for decades.
I know, but they're still worth billions. So, yeah.
What it really means is that if you're not in a relatively big market, your team's just not going to be worth that much.
Absolutely.
It probably just, you know what, how much is the Browns again? 1.8 billion?
1.9.
1.95 billion. You know what? It's probably just because of the my
It is,
mother and my
yep.
family
Mhm.
that
Yep.
makes up that.
Sure.
Yeah, they absolutely have billions
Makes
of
a lot of
dollars to
sense.
give away.
Yes, my mom and her friends and my mom's side of the family, they're what keep the Browns alive every
Yeah.
year.
So,
Right.
speaking of the NFL, we can go a lot of ways here, but I wanted to talk about this because I saw the stat for that. They played the Seahawks.
Yeah.
So, Russell Wilson became the highest paid
Bless
player in the history of the NFL this offseason. 4 years, $140 million. It's crazy, ridiculous. However, I think NFL players are, compared to the rest of the sports, they should be making a lot more money.
Oh.
And the reason
Well,
why is because they take a much more physical toll than NBA players and MLB players.
You're not wrong.
And so, I mean, I think that's worth something.
You're getting into a fight every 10 seconds.
Pretty much.
You're getting into a fight. That's the linemen getting
Mi-
into a fight, pushing each other back and forth.
And the
That gets tiring.
receivers that are faster than ever, and I know they've cut down on the blind side, just ridiculous,
Oh yeah.
just body crunching hits. But
Mhm.
it's still, the toll that it takes on the body is harder than ever before.
It is. It's pretty crazy.
And you say they get underpaid?
They do.
Their contracts are not nearly what NBA and MLB players get, and they're not guaranteed.
No.
MLB and NBA players' contracts are guaranteed money.
And it's where the money's at. Like people are into NBA. I don't know. The NBA.
The NBA,
I don't know.
I'm
not into
It's
it.
not as popular as the NFL, but
No.
it is popular, and teams get major TV deals,
Mhm.
just tons of money, which allows the teams to pay the players.
Yep.
So some players you've never heard of are getting $100 million contracts
Mhm.
because they got that money. They need to do something with it.
They do. Yeah.
But I'm glad it's not surprising at all that Russell Wilson, a quarterback, got a huge pay.
He hasn't really carried them too much. I mean,
Well,
they've gotten pretty far.
what the success
few
they have
years.
had is because of him.
Mhm.
And for a couple years, their defense was killer.
Yeah.
Like 2015 when they beat the Broncos in the Super Bowl, they just destroyed Peyton Manning.
Now, you don't normally cheer for any one team.
Correct.
Are you going to root for one this year?
No.
You're not going to pick one.
No, but I always like to see the Vikings do well.
Who do you think's going to go?
I can't even begin.
It's still
to
the
make a prediction.
preseason right
Yeah,
now, so it's really hard to say.
You don't even
Can we-
have an idea of who's good or not until about a month into the season.
Right.
When does the season start? Wednesday, one
It's
football.
in September.
Thursday after Labor Day.
Yep.
Thursday after Labor Day. So that Monday, can we make like a pre-guess? Just about the end of the season in January, February, when we have the Super Bowl, we can see if we're right.
I suppose.
And we have to write it down somewhere. And,
Alright.
We
you know,
have
obviously.
we have a
'Cause I know that-
camera.
You know,
we have
do that
audio
towards the
recorded.
end, and we make our predictions. Then we do the score predictions. But I want to see how accurate we are pre-actual season. And
We'll have a list
Sure.
up of the AFC and the NFC. Kind of just dwindle it
because
down.
I already have my.
I
Prediction.
do.
You do.
It's more. It's not so much teams with me. It's players, and like
Mhm.
I am in awe of Patrick Holmes as most people are, and I want
I
to see what
can't
he does
wait.
this year because
Yes.
he just did some insane things last year that
Mhm.
you've never seen, no matter who you've watched in all your years. And
He was
speaking of
good.
that, I went on YouTube the other day and I watched two videos, and they were both career highlights, one of Brett Favre and one of Peyton Manning. Now, with Brett Favre, I've seen most of his career highlights, but this was a really well done video, and it had highlights from stuff that I've never seen before.
You said
And
his name weird. I couldn't find it.
who?
Patrick Mahomes.
But I did say it. I did
You
say
said
it wrong.
Patrick Holmes.
I did say it
I was like,
wrong.
who
Oh,
the
I knew who you
heck
were
is
talking about. I
that?
didn't
Got the whole name wrong. But anyway, I was watching this Brett Favre video, and he just has some highlights from games that I probably wasn't able to watch or whatever, but because I did watch a lot of his games. But he still, even 20 years ago, just did some ridiculous stuff.
Mhm.
And then the Peyton Manning one I watched, and a lot of the highlights, especially with the Broncos, I remember watching because they were always on primetime.
yeah,
But they said in this video, he changed the way football is played. And he did.
He
was
did.
the smartest quarterback ever. And he literally changed how a team played him with his ability to make changes at the line of scrimmage based on what the defense is doing, because he studied his opponent each week so hard he could figure them out
Mhm.
before the game even started.
I can't wait to see him play again. Like that's the
He won't
Chiefs.
play again
I'm talking about Mahomes.
Oh. because Peyton Manning's retired.
No.
That's who I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's they'll get
Peyton
a lot
Manning.
of
yeah.
they'll get a lot of primetime games this
They
year
will.
too.
Oh yeah, the
because
Chiefs will.
that's when you got a star quarterback, they want you on TV.
He's on the cover of Madden.
Already.
And hopefully he doesn't
I think that's
Stuck
kind
with
of
the
gone
Madden
away.
curse.
The Madden curse.
Yeah.
Kinda has.
I think so, because Brady was on last year and they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, whatever. Oh man, how many rings he has? What are we sitting at for time?
We're okay. We can
We're
talk
good.
about something else.
Yeah. So, did you hear about okay, so it's been kind of crazy hail weather in the Midwest lately. There was a wildlife management preserve that was hit with some hail, baseball sized, killed 11,000 birds
Ooh.
in
Whoa.
Montana.
Ooh.
Yeah. Big Lake
Like-
Island, Montana.
Not like endangered birds.
No. But that's still
A lot of birds.
Still
They-
11,000 birds?
yeah, I've had my social media flooded from people that live in South Dakota of hail that's just hitting the Midwest. Crops are just getting destroyed.
This is just not a good year for crops anywhere.
It
'Cause
is
we had the
not.
flood, then we had the dry, then we have this. Like, it's just...
It's been dry here lately, but
Yeah.
we had a decent day of rain, and
Mhm.
We've actually had, like, a decent week
it
of
poured.
rain.
It poured yesterday morning,
Yeah.
and it rained pretty hard Saturday night too.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. But we needed it.
Yeah, we do need it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Because we've actually been kind of struggling on the dry end here. So yeah, I can't believe that. It's been crazy
It's
weather.
just like each weather scenario is to an extreme,
Mhm.
but it can be short. Like the rain wasn't short, but then it got dry, and then it rained just enough so that it's not dry. So we'll see what
I don't know, it's
the winter
weird.
brings.
Definitely from when I was growing up and then growing up in this same exact city we are now, the weather is just different.
Yeah.
It's like completely different. Like summer was summer, winter was winter. There was always snow. There was always rain. And now we've gone a year or two. Like in the 6 years Josh and I moved back from Chicago to here, out of those 6 years, we've gone 2 winters without barely any snow.
Yeah.
Like just dry winters, which I mean I'm fine with. I don't care. I don't like snow.
Yeah.
And then we've gone also summers where it's not been hot at all, and we've just had rain all the time. To now we just don't see any rain.
Well, we're sitting with two of the hottest months recorded of all time is July and June of 2019.
Mhm.
If you think about that,
I don't ever remember it getting this hot.
I don't
Uh,
either.
2012.
Okay, we
You
weren't
weren't here in
living here.
2012.
We weren't. Yes,
It
we weren't
was.
living
It was
here.
hotter than this now.
I couldn't even.
To me, this
It was
has
like
not
just
been
1
a
week,
hot
though.
summer.
During the 2012 that you're
It's
talking
more
about.
than
It was
1
1 week.
It wasn't. It was more than 1 week.
Well, fine. That's what I remember hearing about was the first week of July. Is when
It
it
was
really
more
bad.
than 1 week. I mean, it wasn't like 3 months, but
Right.
it was.
Still, the weather's been really crazy lately.
It has been.
It's not. The weather has been crazy lately. That's the weather now.
It is.
It's not going to change unless it gets worse, but
Mhm.
it's not going to go back to laid out all nice and pretty,
Why not?
No.
because that's the climate of
So
these times.
you're thinking this climate's
We've
going to
talked
stay
about this.
constantly enraged
It's going
now
to be aggressive
from here on out for the rest
until
of
it
forever.
gets worse.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just expecting it to stay at this peak, no longer being an okay year.
Yeah, I mean, we may never see it get worse. That's what I mean.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. I'm just saying, like, you're just expecting it to never progress into, like, be okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That is the world that we live in now.
Yeah.
I got to talk about Sony real quick.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about Sony.
So
Yeah.
Sony took a page out of Microsoft's playbook and bought Insomniac Games.
Ooh.
Insomniac Games made the Spider-Man game from last year, the really good Spider-Man game, and they're the Ratchet and Clank developer as well.
Okay.
Which surprised me because Ratchet and Clank has always been a Sony exclusive.
Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'm looking at Sony acquires PS4 developer Insomniac.
And of course,
I thought they already-
Spider-Man was
Yeah.
an exclusive, so maybe they just made it official.
Yeah, they've already done a lot of this stuff. They've done Spyro. They've done
Now, the Spyro
Ratchet.
remake was third party. It was not because
mm,
you can get that on Xbox.
says right here, Sony and Insomniac are in definitive agreements to acquire Insomniac, who have long held a partnership with PlayStation throughout the 4 generations of home PlayStation consoles, from Spyro on the original PlayStation to Spider-Man on the PS4. They've already been basically a first party.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they haven't really done much, third party now, except Spyro is now a third party game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty crazy, and they haven't purchased as much as Microsoft has, though.
No, they haven't, but they are winning the exclusive battle anyway, even before this
For
move.
DLC, yeah.
No, for their Sony has better exclusives.
Yeah, they've been bringing more out.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of first party narrative titles, though.
Single player.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, God of War, Last of Us, Uncharted.
You know, Cyberpunk is going to be a full single player game.
Really?
No multiplayer.
Good.
It's just going to be
I'm
a
fine with
campaign
that.
title.
Even Phil Spencer said that Microsoft is gonna focus on or wants to put out really good single player titles.
I think that's crazy that they're Microsoft is standing, or not just Microsoft, they're standing behind this. They're not bringing any co-op into it or anything.
Speaking of single player games,
Yeah.
guess who's 91% through Tomb Raider?
You?
And I would have finished it last night, but the storm rolled in and I didn't want it was just I saw it, I was all of a sudden it was 10 till 8 and I was like, Josh, it's dark. Why is it dark in here? It's not supposed to be dark. And he's like, why don't you look at the radar? And I was like, oh. And then I opened up the blinds and I was like,
Was
oh,
that
and just
before
flash,
or
flash, flash.
Was that before or after I said something?
Before. So we had looked up, I looked out the window and you could see the front coming in and I was like, flash, flash, flash. And it just was dark. And I'm like, so I have 3 screens up right now and a lot of electronics running. I'd much rather just save this ending for the of Tomb Raider for next stream. So I'm going to say bye-bye. And hopefully my hail doesn't come and break my window or something.
Brett, would you be opposed to playing Human Fall Flat with us?
Yeah.
Well, you ask me this a lot, and I always say I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not necessarily for it.
No, it'd be like me and Josh as partners and you and Patrick as partners, and we play Human Fall.
It's on
Flat.
Game
No,
Pass.
It doesn't really appeal to me, but I won't say I won't.
It's gonna be like us playing the food thing.
Overcooked.
Overcooked.
Which, again, he didn't love.
No, but I want to go back and see Brett yelling. Just what was the thing? He kept falling off the.
I dropped my mushroom.
Dropped your mushroom. Dropped my
fucking
fucking mushroom. That was such. We cared so much about that mushroom. It's funny when you watch us play Overcooked.
I prefer the quiet. I need to think.
Oh, the Gears of War one.
Oh yeah. We gotta play that again soon
Yes,
too.
we're funny under pressure.
Yep. Did you hear that the Blair Witch game is getting added to Game Pass, when it comes out?
Yeah, because it's isn't it exclusive?
I didn't think it was.
It came. I thought no, it didn't.
No. It's gonna be added this month. So Alex, there's something you can stream right there.
Yeah, you're funny.
It's available August 30th. Blair Witch.
Yeah, you're funny.
Why not? Great. Scary games.
You've been trying to get me to play a scary game forever.
I think it'd be great.
They put Resident Evil 4, the remake, the re-released Resident Evil 4 on Game Pass.
Did they?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, we can since we have a PC, I could technically stream the 8 pages, right?
Yeah. You can stream Slender, the 8 pages on Halloween. Yeah.
Maybe I should build up a hype to it and see if I can get people to
to do it. To
donate
join
to
you.
a good cause.
Right. Your sweaty hands.
Donate to my sweaty hands.
Microsoft, speaking of sweaty hands, keeps putting out new controllers.
Oh yeah, I saw the 2 that they've announced.
That blue one and then a new camo one as well.
Is it just? I didn't see the controllers. Are they just plates? Just covers?
No,
Well, they're
Or is it
they're just
different?
they're a
reskinning
brand
them.
new controller. I mean, a new print.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
skins.
Seems like they put out But it's you don't put the skin on an old controller. It's
No.
a new controller.
Yeah, it's a new plastic shell.
I know, but I look at it as a skin.
Why?
Because it's not an update to the
Because
controller.
it's not an update to the actual
But it's
controller.
a painted plastic.
That's all it is.
Yeah, go call Mike
So-
to get you another controller.
Mike is out of the painting business.
Oh.
Should
Dang.
ask him about it.
Maybe he can make us a PTO.
Maybe we should have him on. We've been talking about this for the past 3
We already have a
weeks.
date.
Do we? That's
Well,
right.
Yes,
I didn't
we
know if
do.
we were announcing that. I wasn't just going to say it.
That's
Oh,
okay.
I figured.
We're gonna have a guest on
He
the
did
podcast.
say yes, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Otherwise we
he
just put
did.
him on the spot.
No, he did say yes.
That's next week.
yeah, it
Is
is.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all right.
We were gonna announce it anyway.
All
By
right.
the way, we're having a guest on next
We are.
Monday.
Yeah, next week we're having a guest on. I think it's time we did our plugs and got out of here, guys.
I reckon.
So first of all, we have a phone number if you guys want to get in touch with us. If you have anything you want to touch on that we've talked about, especially if you're listening to us, that's what it is mainly for. If you're on our audio podcast, if you're on our YouTube, we appreciate the comments. They've been rolling in. People have been laughing out loud, and Alex just spilled water all over herself. That's
Yeah, you
great.
did.
That's great. So if you guys want to check out our YouTube, we are on there live at 6:30 is our full podcast. 6:15 is our pre-show. So make sure you show up for that. We did a burger taste test on our pre-show to start off the first ever YouTube pre-show. So thanks for joining us on that. Our phone number, by the way, you can leave a voicemail if you want to talk about anything that we've touched on. It is 224-225-5780. That is 224-CALL-PT0. So make sure you leave a voicemail. If you are from a podcast, leave a shout out of yourself. We might just have you on our audio portion of our podcast at the end. So thank you for those who have called in. We didn't have one last week. We had a voicemail. We had a few voicemails. I didn't get them on our show. So yeah, if you want to check out our Twitch channels, Alex and I are both Twitch streaming. I Twitch stream Wednesday night and Saturday and Sunday morning. My Twitch channel is twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. I was talking about trying out Mixer, but I just never have, and I don't know if I will. I've actually enjoyed my Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I really have. I might one day. We'll see. I did say that I was going to, and I think my Wii disc drive is done.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't play any more Super Paper Mario. I have to buy a Wii U.
I'm sure you can find a Wii
I want to buy a Wii U.
or you.
Yeah, because it'd be in HD already.
Are we gonna
Yeah.
lose all of our content?
No, I'll
No?
transfer it.
Oh, okay.
You don't
Um,
need a disk drive to transfer.
no, just
No,
need-
I mean like I don't know how you transfer your actual. Is it a Wii account? Is that you just transfer all of?
I don't know
those?
if I'll be able to
Because
transfer
we have all
the
those
digital
retro
stuff.
games.
I don't know if I'll be able to transfer that.
That's what I'm talking about.
So maybe
that-
you should
I'm gonna
get
keep
a
the Wii. I'm gonna keep the Wii.
You don't need a disc drive.
I just got that.
But-
just
Gosh
got
darn it.
But the
I just
Wii
got
got
it.
rid of their shop channel, so the transfer is gonna be
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think that's going anywhere, Alex. But
Okay.
we might just.
So I
get
can
a
still
Wii.
play Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought about
You
doing
want to
that.
plug your Twitch?
Yeah. Hey, if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. And I stream on Sunday and Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday.
All evenings.
All evening streams.
Yep. Sunday at 5. Every other one's later. So yeah, we played some Halo Reach over the weekend. Alex.
Screw the controls, man.
Oh, that's a big problem. Yeah,
I used to I am a quarter, or not even a quarter, just about a quarter of the way through being a legend, going on the mythic.
like the
Like that's
level,
like the top tier levels of Reach
Mhm.
on multiplayer. And I got on and I was playing like a recruit. And
Well,
you cannot
You can
change
always
the
play
controls.
it on the 360.
That's what we're.
That's what we're playing
no,
it
no,
on.
no,
What?
the control layout.
Like the
button
control layout, the button
You
layout.
can't change it.
Yeah, you can't change
Can't
it.
you change it on the 360?
You can always change the layout, but you can't customize it. X is not ever going to be reload. A is always going to be jump. But
Like my whole left side of my controller is
So
supposed
did
to be
you
on my
just
right.
forget? Or
no, well the controls are weird.
They're weird.
To run its right bumper.
You played it well at some point
Yeah,
though.
but
Why can't
everything
you do
has
it now?
been standardized.
Yeah.
So the controls are different and you're not used to them.
Did
Yeah,
we
I
just
don't
say
like
that?
it, and I've played Reach like 3 times, and I still can't get used to it.
That's what we were saying.
You are the worst gamer I know when it comes to controls. The worst.
I know, right? I kept like I would keep what's right stick zoom in.
That is yes.
Yeah, zoom in instead of
Crouch.
yeah. It's all messed up. So every time I wanted to like not zoom in or turn or whatever, I would zoom in. Then
Can you run in Reach?
Yeah, that's the action button, which is right
Yeah,
bumper.
and then you have an action bumper.
What was the last Halo game that you couldn't run? Was that 3?
Three.
And ODST, of course.
Right.
Yeah, Reach
and we
brought in
played,
the armor abilities.
We did play Firefight too. And
Oh,
then
we did.
And we did.
I loved
we blew, we all spawned at the same time with rocket launchers, and when we spawned on our spawn, there were like three or four. What are they called? Not Groots.
Grunts.
No, not grunts.
Elites.
Goodness, Alex.
Elites, the big guys.
She needs to play the campaigns.
We all spawned at the same time. Me, Jake, and Josh. We all went boom and blew each other up and like it ended.
Betrayed
the game.
and suicided.
Yep.
Yep.
Finish your
Firefight
plugs.
is fun.
That's okay. So we want to do the podcast plugs now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So if you want to join us on our YouTube, I already plugged that, but make sure you do join us. And thank you everyone for joining us tonight and giving us all the comments and sticking with us and everything. If you want to check out all of our audio episodes, we are all over the place. Just seriously Google search us. But some of our most notable places are Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, all those good places. So yeah, just make sure you leave comments and reviews on all of the platforms we're on. We do appreciate that. And as well as following us on our social media. We are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTOUnlimited. Instagram is PTOUnlimited_podcast. And Twitter, which is @PTOUnlimited. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I am @Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
Make sure that you join us on our pre-show, 6:15.
Did you ever play the Firefight version on Halo 5? Halo Guardians?
No.
What? You should try it anyway.
I've been trying to get her back into 5.
Just
It
do the
scarred me.
firefight part. That's not matchmaking. I mean, it is, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Okay. Oh, I've been thinking
Deathmatch
about going
crap.
back to 5 just to retry it out.
It's a little bit different, and I don't remember how, but it is.
Okay.
It's because you can do this a weird floating ability while you're aiming. That's what
No,
they added in 5.
No. I mean, the firefight game mode is a little bit different, but I
Oh.
don't know why.
It's we played it. You and I played it. It's when you're being launched in with all those other people, right?
That sounds.
It's like
vaguely familiar.
waves of like a lot of waves, like
Yeah.
big. Like we're talking multi.
It's worth trying again, I think.
Yeah.
But on
Okay.
a final note, I have 2 final notes: one sad thing and one happy thing.
So
Okay.
let's start on the sad.
Cousin Andrew lost his German Shepherd last night, so
No,
I want to
that's
say
sad.
we're sorry about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Animals going is the worst. Oh
And
my
he
gosh.
Got up at the really early this morning to bury him. So
It's sad.
Yeah.
That's just my heart hurts for you.
Yeah.
I hate losing animals.
Yeah, our when our cat passed, it was hard to get over, and we got a new one though. She's real shit.
she's
Yeah.
nicer than Snickers.
She is.
She is weird. She
is.
goes under the covers.
Yeah, she sleeps with us under the covers.
Weird.
It's
Yeah.
really weird.
She wants to do it.
Yeah.
On a happy note, congratulations to Dwayne Johnson, who finally married his longtime girlfriend,
I already-
Lauren
I-
Hashian.
I thought he
Mhm.
was married already,
There was a rumor that they got married like secretly a while ago,
but they got married secretly now.
except it wasn't a secret.
Yes, it was.
Well,
They said they just
but they announced it.
Yeah, but getting the actual ceremony itself was secret.
Yeah, it was like private.
It was very
In Hawaii.
and they didn't even announce it was going to happen beforehand.
No, it was. I mean, that's the way to do it if you're in the public eye.
Especially
him.
Him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's probably gonna go to Hawaii. Like that's
So-
just what I would have thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
he is Samoan,
Mhm.
Yep.
and he's been with his. I didn't even know. Like he never talks about Lauren really, and I mean he has a little bit, but his public personification you just wouldn't know. But they have 2 kids together, and they've been together quite a while. He was actually married before to Danny Garcia. It's his first daughter is with her, and she's like a teenager, close to like 20.
Oh.
Wow.
And she looks just like him. And I think Danny Garcia works for $7 Production, which is The Rock's production company.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, at least she has a
So
job.
they're at least in good
Yeah.
standing together.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's always good.
All right, guys. I think it's time we got out of here. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll catch you guys next week for episode 175. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Click.